Everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am Adorkable Rachel, and it's time once again for another episode of Muppet Monday! So, it's obviously been a while since I did one of these, but today I'm not going to talk about a special, or a movie, or a show, or even give you a list of any kind. Today, I have a theory. A Muppet conspiracy theory. Yes, I bet you never thought you'd hear Muppet and conspiracy theory in the same sentence, but you just did. Play some ominous music, Rachel. I actually brought this up on Facebook once, and I even discussed it a bit in an article that I wrote for Tough Pigs a couple years ago, but it still sticks in the back of my mind, just scratching and clawing and bothering me day and night, and it's just not gonna go away unless I share it with you. So here we go. Here is my Muppet conspiracy theory. In 2014, the 8th theatrical Muppet film Muppets Most Wanted was released in theaters. In it, the Muppets go on a world tour, and Kermit is framed by and switched places with the world's most dangerous frog, Constantine. Kermit is sent back to the Russian gulag that Constantine was being held at and escaped from, under the watchful eye of a strict but also kinda sorta nice guard named Nadia, played by Tina Fey. While Constantine is tricking the Muppets into thinking that he's Kermit while also taking part in a heist to steal the crown jewels of London, Kermit is unsuccessfully trying to escape the gulag, but Nadia won't let him leave. She even pressures him to help run the annual Gulag Review because, in her words, he is in the business of show, which is actually a great line that was cut from the film, but whatever. By the way, in this scene, she calls him Kermit, so she obviously knows that he's Kermit.
Listen, Kermit, we have annual light-hearted Gulag Review coming up. It is that or they riot.
We also find out a short while later that she is secretly, madly, passionately in love with him, and that's why she doesn't want to let him go. Weird, but okay. But as you'd imagine, it being a Muppet film, everything turns out okay in the end. Kermit goes back to the group, and Constantine goes back to prison. But the conspiracy theory that I want to touch on today is that I think that actually there was a lot more going on behind the scenes than we were originally led to believe. And I mean behind the scenes within the movie, not like actually behind the scenes of the movie. Let's start from the beginning. When we're first introduced to Constantine, he escapes the gulag with explosives with practically no effort. We don't see how he obtained the explosives or even how he constructed them, he just kinda has them. But here's my first question. Where did he get those explosives? Constantine is a self-proclaimed explosive expert, sure, but it's still very unlikely that he could have had a friend or an accomplice sneak any of that stuff in, considering that it's a pretty high security gulag. I mean, they actually have security cameras, and the crown jewels don't even have security cameras. Did you ever notice that? The crown jewels of London are supposedly protected by the most sophisticated security system on the planet, but there's no security cameras. Whatever, that's a discussion for another day. But back to Constantine, you'll notice that Nadia is actually nowhere to be seen when he's first introduced. And yes, it's possible that she was just off duty, but it's still important to note that she wasn't there. And later on, when Kermit first arrives at the gulag, you'll notice that she looks at him very suspiciously, inspecting him even, making sure that he's who he's supposed to be. Then she goes on to sing a song pretty much introducing him to the gulag because she and the rest of the prison obviously know that he's not Constantine. And she makes no effort to free Kermit or help him out, and she doesn't alert anyone that Constantine is still out there. You'd think that a strict and respected guard like her would want to let authorities know that there's a dangerous criminal on the loose, but I guess not. Even when Kermit does successfully escape the gulag, she travels all the way to London to arrest him and charges him for escaping the gulag. And also,
for breaking my heart!
Which is another great line that was cut from the film. By now we realize that she is obsessed with Kermit, and she goes to the most extreme lengths to make sure she gets him back. And this, my Muppet fans, is where my Muppet conspiracy theory comes in. I think from the very beginning of this movie, even though Constantine and Nadia never once exchanged words with each other, I believe that they were working together. As dangerous and smart as Constantine is, I still don't think he would be able to smuggle in those explosives. But Nadia could. I I think it's very possible that Constantine found out about Nadia's obsession for Kermit. He may have even found her shrine. And I believe that he either blackmailed her to let him escape, or maybe he just negotiated with her. And given the circumstances, I think the latter makes a little more sense. Really think about it. I think that maybe, just maybe, Constantine worked out a deal with Nadia. I think that Constantine secretly promised Nadia that if she helped him escape, he would frame and send Kermit back in his place, and then she could have him all to herself. So she provided the explosives. Or at least materials for MacGyver-inspired explosives. And that's why, when Kermit is sent to the Gulag, Nadia makes no attempt to help him or get Constantine back. Nadia and Constantine were working together all along. I just blew your mind, didn't I? I actually believe that this woman is so crazy, she would probably be okay with having a dangerous criminal on the loose as long as she would have her frog. Which is a little silly and weird still, but you know. I mean, just look at those hungry eyes when she finally locks him up.
Make yourself comfortable. You're going to be here a while.
You're going to be here a while.
Those are eyes that say, "Oh, you have no idea what I have in store for you in prison." This was before the 50 Shades of Grey movie was released, right? Bottom line, no matter how you look at this movie, you can't deny that this is a possibility. I can't prove that I'm right, but you can't prove that I'm wrong. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is my Muppet conspiracy theory. Alright, back to chipper mode. So now I want to know, what do you guys think of this theory? Does it seem plausible to you? Do you notice any loopholes? Because I sure don't. Also let me know, are there any other Muppet conspiracy theories that I should investigate? And is there anything else you'd like me to talk about in a future Muppet Monday episode? Well, go ahead and leave your comments below, be sure to like and share, and if you're new and like what you saw here, then don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and also be sure to hit the little bell button down there to get notified when new stuff comes out, because I make new videos every week! Bye, Adorkable buddies, I'll see you soon!